And we're back. No, we never done. Hi everybody, Douglas Waltz here for another Old Man Reviews comic book. It's Christmas, thus the hat my lovely wife made for me. So we got a stack. It's all DC Comics' fault we have a stack. Anyways, we'll start off with one of my favorite independents, Big Girls, by Jason Howard. He does the whole thing, right? Draw the whole ball of wax. It's awesome. It's basically men get this disease when they're younger and will turn into giant monsters, and then the big girls turn into giant girls, and they're not monsters. So, but there's a little bit more going on behind the scenes that no one talks about, and maybe the monsters aren't all they're cracked up to be. We only get one more issue, since that's the first story arc. I worry about that with Image, because when they say story arc, it's like, oh, you mean the comic book's over. So hopefully it's not over. If you haven't read Big Girls, at this point I would just wait for the trade paperback, because we're up to issue 5. One more to go. One more! Speaking of one more, no, they're not canceling Deadpool. Here's Deadpool! Fighting the Shadow King with Elsa Bloodstone. See, she's smooching him. This one's great. It's wraps up a giant storyline from like the first umpteen issues. There was a really interesting picture in here I wanted to show. Oh yeah, where he fights the Shadow King by giving him indigestion. And he's taking the Bloodstone away from Elsa. And don't worry, Jeff the Land Shark is in it. He found a knife, and Elsa told him he could keep it. So now when he fights, he's stabby. So he's a good Jeff. They need to make Jeff action figures, and I'm ashamed that they haven't. Deadpool takes a serious hit physically in this, but he'll be fine because next issue is the Black King crossover nonsense, and he even calls out that the next issue is a crossover, so that's pretty funny. And then we're on to Dejah Thoris. I am surprised it is up to issue 9. Usually they cancel these things out on me and I don't get anything that I want. But this time around we get all the issues written by Dan Abnett, illustrated by Sebastian Perez, I think. And now Dejah Thoris is on Earth. And she goes to see her husband's best friend, his nephew, Edgar Rice Burroughs. Because, you know, that's how they did that. So they're at the Carter estate. The White Martians show up, and we all know, if you're any fan of, you know, Warlord of Mars, what a douchebag group that is, the White Martians. And they find out that there's all the planet, it's like the end times. The reason they're having a bad time on planet Mars is because of the end times. The reason we're having World War II is because of the end times. And now she has to help save the day. And there's a couple of nice big splash pages, lots of stuff going on in a couple of issues here, and it makes it better. They talk about the Longborn, who look a lot like Celestials from Marvel, but I won't say anything any more than that, anyways. So it's a good storyline. In next issue, apparently they've got to go and save the day, and it's too tiny for you to see, but it's really just the cover of Dejah Thoris's butt, because Martian women do not wear a lot of clothing. And then we're off to Marvel and the New Mutants! Yay! And the crossover that I complained about last time is gone. So we like that. We have mutants actually learning how to control their powers and fight, which is, you know, New Mutants. Warlock's in it, so it's always a good time. But there's, like, you know, the splash page. Splash pages are nice. I like a good splash page once in a while. Do not give me an entire issue of splash pages, or I will call you out for that. But yeah, this is they're trying really hard to make it look like Bill Sienkiewicz did it. I don't know who did it, so let's take a look. Vita Ayala is the writer. Rod Reis, I've heard that name before, is the artist. It's really Sienkiewicz mimicking, but that's okay. I don't mind. And the guy, what's his name? Farouk, the big fella that fought Xavier, and yeah, that guy's back. And in case you didn't get enough magic from New Mutants, you get plenty of magic in the newest issue of Savage Avengers, where they're trying to get the other eye of Agamotto from a dragon so that they can use it to fight Kulangath, who's trying to bring Shumgaroth into being to take over the world, I had to break out my Hyborian pronunciation guide for this issue. And then they go to all the trouble to get the Eye of Agamotto, and he hands it to Conan, and Conan's like, I do not want that, and I will not use it. He goes, if Crom finds out I use that, he's going to make my life awful. So, they don't use it. They went to all that trouble for 2 issues to fight a dragon, so that Conan will say no. They also took the dragon to Limbo so he could get a nap. Everyone's always bothering him. Apparently dragons get poked a lot. And then, Taskmaster! It's only 5 issues. I love Taskmaster because they basically just, we need a villain that can do anything. I know, we'll give him special, if he sees a move, he can do the move. And this one has Hyperion? Is that his name? From, yeah. Hyperion, it was just Superman, basically. And they use Argonite radiation against him, which looks an awful lot like Kryptonite. The whole idea is he's part of the Squadron Supreme, and they are just DC characters that have been made into the Squadron Supreme or the Squadron Sinister. Depends on which Hyperion. God, I wonder if that's really the right name. Let me see. Hyperion. And he beats the living crap right out of Taskmaster. Taskmaster takes a lot of hits, and he doesn't have like a healing factor or anything. His thing is he can do what anyone else can do. So this is written by Jed McKay. Artist is Alessandro Vitti. So, yeah, for a 2-issue thing, I see it's looking pretty good. I think he's fighting somebody with claws next time with a girl butt. I don't know who that is, though. Because it can't be Black Widow, she don't got claws. And then we saved these for last. Ah, yes, there's a crossover blowing a bitter wind across the DC universe. Remember I told you they canceled Aquaman? They came back for 1 issue so they could be part of the Endless Winter. So they have to go and basically go and get lava creatures from the core of the world to fight the bad Frost King. So another good splash page with Mira. Always good to see Mira wearing, you know, nothing. They got their kid, they're riding on seahorses. It was a good issue, but we all know we're not getting another one, so that's kind of sad. And then 2 books I don't buy because I don't buy them. First up is Justice League with Endless Winter. It had Detective Chimp in it though, so I liked that part. He's watching the fortress, the Justice League fortress. It looks like the one from Super Friends. They keep bringing that one back, so I'm always happy to see that. Yeah, it's good. Hall of Justice. We used to have a Hall of Justice in Kalamazoo. They tore it down. It's just a police station though, so. And Batman gets to use his cool new solar armor. So, and then we finish the week out with Teen Titans Special. I've been reading the Teen Titans. Apparently that's Lobo's relative in some way, shape, or form. The chubby green kid can do like different things, and I don't know who that is. There's Kid Flash, there's Beast Boy, that's Wonder Girl. I don't see Starfire in here. I don't see a lot of people in here. I read it. It's, you know, Teen Titans team up and they go out to save the day and they fight against the Frost King's minions, and I still don't know who that is though. So there you go. That's the Endless Winter. This is chapter 6. There was 9. They'll literally have them done in our next comic book session. So that'll be nice. And one more thing before we go is there's a new thing that I wanted to bring to everyone's attention because DC is notoriously bad at learning from their mistakes when they try to reboot. You know, Rebirth, New 52. It's called Future State. So we get 3 Batman books. The next Batman, so it won't be Bruce Wayne. Dark Detective with Bruce Wayne. And then Batman, Super Batman, together again for the last time. And those are 3 of them. That there were other ones that were just as awful. Let me see. Oh, the Superman book. Superman of Metropolis. So new Superman. Superman Worlds at War with Clark Kent. Superman versus Imperious Lex. I have no idea what they think they're doing there. And then they have Kara Zor-El Superwoman. So Supergirl is Superwoman. I also saw that there's a new Wonder Woman. She's cute. I don't know who she is, but she's not hard on the eyes, if you know what I'm saying. So those are your comic books for this week. No, I didn't peek. Again, I don't look ahead. I usually go upstairs right after I get done doing this and look and see how many I'll be stuck with. Probably going to be a lot, because I think we get one more before Christmas is here. Christmas Eve is a Thursday. Comic book day is a Wednesday. So, hooray! So thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. Go buy some comic books.